Alright, here's a 12 by 16 inch hammer mill, turnkey hammer mill from Mount Baker Mining Metals. I processed the APC battery backups through those tops of them with the brass connections. We did run it dry. This is set up to run water now, but we had the spout out the other direction. You know, the water wasn't connected. We had a 1/2 inch screen, ran through it here. Run the tops of those APC battery backups through this 1/2 inch screen here. And so then once we got that far, it was a whole gaylord of APC battery backup. By the time we got done mulching it up, we was able to fit it all in this 5-gallon drum. So here you see a lot of the wires left over, the copper wire and the brass. So it really did separate and liberate stuff, but now we are working on classifying by particle size and then farther working material down there. Yeah, we're getting to see how it runs through the mill at a 1/2 inch screen, and then we're getting to see how it runs through different sizes of screens and how it cleans up through different levels, and I'll kind of show you guys as we go here. So we'll take a scoop of this up. See if I can hold this up, hold the camera and get some. I mean, there is a lot of value in that. So we can run it through the mill, you know, and then I know we're going to need other equipment. And that's what I really like your guys' comments come in is, what kind of equipment do you think I would need to process this at industrial level? You know, right now I'm doing it by hand. Yeah, we're seeing how it flows, you know, it's by hand. You know, I'm thinking of a conveyor belt with electromagnetic something rather to kick off every piece of metal that comes out after it gets classified. And then a magnetic separator or an eddy current separator as well. You know, there's going to be lots of equipment going to be needed. But one step at a time, one piece of equipment at a time. You know, we were able to get the mill a couple years ago. And, you know, we're just learning how to process this stuff and seeing how it flows, how it crumbles up, and how liberated it gets, you know, how free the material gets in it. But yeah, I really want your guys' comments. It's where, you know, it's going to help me tremendous. Tell me I'm silly, or, you know, give me some good links on some equipment. You know, I'd like to see the equipment. If you have other videos of other people doing stuff like this, send me those links. I'd appreciate it. But from right here, you know, I would like you guys to give me a like, subscribe perhaps. I'm thinking about giving a drawing, you know, free laptop stuff, because we get a lot of, you know, good stuff here at Noble Earth Recovery. You know, we recycle computers, people throw away a lot of good stuff. So thinking of having a computer drawing, you know, I don't know. It's a thought. I probably will. I like giving away stuff. It gives me a good purpose and meaning, you know. But anyways, yeah, back to this. See, we kind of roll around here. This is a 1/2 inch screen here. I made this. I do have a vibrator I can put on here, but you know, I'm gonna get my hands down here anyways right now. And let me see if I can set this up. Me processing it right here. Yeah, so what I do right here at this point, yeah, there's a lot going on in this here. But we can actually go through this pretty quick. I think so. Even by hand, this is pretty quick. Me and a coworker helped me maybe an hour. I did maybe 2 hours of this sorting right here. And that's nothing but plastic. Here's some of the insulated wire that didn't quite liberate. Here's all the brass pins and stuff, what I call pickers, as the miners would call pickers. These are all my pickers, brass fitting and copper fittings out of them that would liberate, easy pickers. But yeah, we'll just scoop out a shovel here, and this is how I go through it pretty quick. You know, somebody else might have other ways, and I'd love to hear it. I'd love to see it. So yeah, I'll just take small handfuls. Boom, just nothing but plastic. So I'll break it down by handfuls at a time. You know, it's kind of hard to sit here and pick out everything right here in front of you. So I kind of shake it down, get some of that stuff that will fall through to go through, and then I'll push it back. And I'll just start grabbing, I'll kind of spread it out here. Boom, nothing but plastic chunks. Boom, plastic. Oh, there's some wire, so I'll throw that wire out there. And as in scrap, you know, it's the lowest value of any return, so we are always at a fast pace. I'm always in a rush, you know. I remember seeing this teacher back in high school, and I kind of made fun of him because he was always rushing around so quick, looked like he was in a dead run. But now I feel like him half the time, trying to get things done. There's so much to do and so much time. But yeah, I'll just pick that up. Another bit of plastic right there. And I'll just go. Most of the metal bits are actually falling through. All the brass and stuff is falling through this 1/2-inch screen. Most of it staying up is the wire. Every now and then when we do get a brass piece that hangs up and I can pick it out, some circuit boards that come out, bits of that I'll save, and I'll rerun that stuff through the mill through the 1.4 millimeter. So now all this stuff is clean. I do have it set up to run wet, and I have a 1.4 millimeter screen in there, and this will liberate it down, and we'll maximize everything we can out of there and get rid of that trash. And it'll be like 90% copper and whatever else metals are in there. That's exciting to run that. That's gonna be fun to run it and clean it up. But here, just once again, just kind of picking out the wire. It jumps out at me. It's much easier to dig the bits out when it's spread it out like this versus in a pile like that. So, and you kind of usually get the bigger chunks of plastic out away from the little bits as you're spreading it out. So that's kind of helps me go quicker. So I got a little piece of board, boom, it's out, moving on. Plastic. I'm only going to do this a little bit more, and I'm going to show you guys what the next step after this, going through here. The gloves do kind of get in the way, but you know, it's safe. I ain't getting scratched and cut up, hung up, and poked by these copper wires and worrying about taking shots and all this stuff. But it gets to be fairly quick once you get it spread out here at a handful at a time versus to trying to pick through a whole pile. A lot of people will be like, it don't work for me. I've tried it and it's just, yeah, headache. But yeah, let me know what equipment. I know there's some eBay big sifters that have individual spouts, you know. I would like to maybe have one of those. They're about $1,300 to $1,500 from what I've seen. And maybe off each individual spouts have a little individual belt, you know. I don't know. This is yet here or there, but you know, it's stuff we're thinking about, trying to maximize what we do here by the large volumes. And you know, process the stuff ourselves and not have to send it off to the middleman buyers and stuff, and we can, as I said, maximize on that dollar. Take it to the next level. So yeah, let me show you here. I don't know if okay. This is after the 1/2 inch. So after I run it through this screen here, I do have a classifier. Let me go and get it and set up. I'll be right back. I'll show you this. But once it's down to this level, I get this set up where we can see it here. Everybody sees it. Alright. As seen earlier, we screened it through the 1/2 inch screen, and we got, you know, these pickers, this, and then the plastic. From there, I'm back. Okay, so yeah, from here we have this unit here from eBay. I think it was like $100-something bucks. China, you know, China made stuff. It's fairly cheap made, but it works great. I like it. I enjoy using it. It's fun. You know, I could have made my own stuff like this, but you know, time and money is precious to me, my time. So I can tear down $100 worth of stuff, you know, scrap value pretty quick, got a lot of stuff to do. But yeah, we classify it here. We look forward to using that later on this material and see how it separates if those magnets work good. Really haven't used it. But yeah, pull out magnetics. Let's see here. I do have this magnetic here. We can try. See, I hear something connecting on it already. So there is steel. There is some steel in there. A couple pieces in there that can run that over a magnet belt. Pull out that steel and then rerun it through the mill through the 1.4 and boom. I think we're going to maximize. See, there's a lot of that graphene or graphite or whatever it's called, that black stuff, the insulated wires wrapped around. I'm not sure. I can't, you know, it's hard to remember every name of everything. But yeah, there is steel in here. Run over a magnetic separator and, like I said, go from there. Another next process step. Same on these. I mean, 60 mesh. I don't even know if this material should be ran. Worried about getting down to this level. I hear a lot more magnetic coming off of it. Yeah, see, there's a lot more magnets. I do see copper in there, so you know, how do you separate that copper from getting hung up in the magnetic stuff? I guess vibrate it, spread it out more, and then put it over a magnetic separator. I would love to hear you guys' comments to separate that iron and steel magnetic junk from this, because I don't think running over the table, the 4x8 shaker table, will. I think that magnetic stuff is going to be just as dense and go over with the copper and everything else. I'd like to try it through a magnetic separator or something before we just run it through the mill, water and 4x8 shaker table. But then we got this the 10 mesh or 60 mesh and minus, 10 mesh and greater, 60 mesh and greater, 60 mesh and smaller. And I think a lot of this is gonna be that magnetic crap. I mean, look how much more comes off of it. So it probably will be best to classify at least that down. That makes that fall out of some of the stuff, the brass, big old brassy chunks, which that's what we're really after. At least I would pull that out by classifying it, separate out by just a quick classification screening setup. But there's still going to be a lot of copper, if there's any gold fitting bits in there and stuff. So yeah, it has to be, each individual classification needs to be looked at separately and managed a little different. Maybe the same machines, but set up a different, little different tweaks here and there on the machine setups, regardless how much the magnet pulls or doesn't pull, how fast the belt goes, whatever, I don't know. That's stuff we haven't got to play with yet and advance in, but we're looking forward to it. That's the stuff that, you know, gets us going here at No Birth Recovery. We are e-waste collection site. We are trying to grow into stage 2 of just the resource recovery part. And resource recovery, I mean, from the metals, I'd like, you know, be able to reuse the plastic regardless if we're molded into anything else, or you know, burning it, incinerate it, and capturing the gas and making crude oil. But this is second stage of No Birth Recovery. Learn how to classify and separate different materials by the weights and, you know, the particle size. But that's the gist of it. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys have lots of comments, lots of input, even like and share it. That even means a lot to me. You know, No Birth Recovery, we started this business 7 years ago, and we don't know exactly where it's going. We just know we like scrapping and recycling computer waste, and it's what we like to do. So like, subscribe, share, give me comments, please. I look forward to those, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the future. Have a good day.